Stop procrastinating. You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. Only put off until tomorrow what you are willing to die having left undone. You may delay, but time to resist at the beginning put off for tomorrow what you can do today. Have an easy life now and life will be harder later. My fellow architecture students, procrastination is something we all fight with. It's something we all try to avoid, but it always comes back to haunt us. I can't tell you how many times I've had a big project to do, a job I needed done, or an essay I needed to write, stressed out of my mind and pushed for time. But if you were to open my bedroom door, you'll find me checking my phone, scrolling through Instagram, binging an episode or 5 on Netflix. And my guess is that you can probably relate to this as well. In this video right here, right now, we're going to put an end to procrastination in architecture school. We're going to discover why we procrastinate and what we can do to avoid procrastination so that you can spend more time doing important work and less time stressing. And there might be times in this video where you're so fired up to stop procrastinating that you want to get up and just throw your PC or laptop outside the window. Or maybe not. But I suggest sticking around to the very end of this video for my ultimate advice for ending procrastination. Then once the video's over, you can throw your laptop outside the window. That's fine. So don't you think it will be important to try and understand the problem at hand before trying to solve it? Like, why do we procrastinate? Well, as architects, it's in our blood. I can literally feel procrastination running through my blood. It's like an infection. It starts in the studio. We're forced to sit down for hours on end in a room filled with distractions. Friends, other projects, coffee breaks, the outside world. Procrastination happens when we're forced to work on something that we don't feel like doing. We can have every moral reason to work on a task. For example, say working on a project. Because if we do spend time on our project, we're going to be getting better at architecture. We're going to be improving our skills that we'll be using in architecture in our careers later on down the path. That seems like a pretty moral reason to work on a project. But if we don't feel like doing the task at hand, in this case, working on our project, that moral reason becomes invalid. In other words, it doesn't matter if it's something that you need to be doing. If you don't enjoy doing it in that very moment, then you won't want to do it. We procrastinate when we don't enjoy doing something. So the solution is to enjoy that task, and we'll get more into that soon. But sometimes we do enjoy the work that we're doing and we just find ourselves procrastinating anyways. That's in the case where something else is grabbing your attention and driving you away from doing the task at hand, in this case working on your project. You might be working on your project with some calm music in your flow state, getting lots of work done, having the time of your life, but then your phone lights up. Wow, a notification! It must be important. Let me check that. Well, guess what? Now you're being pulled away from what you should be doing, despite having a moral reason for doing it, as well as having a passion for doing it. So why does this happen? Why do we get distracted to procrastinate what we should be doing? I'm not too sure if you're familiar with the term FOMO. FOMO is an acronym for the fear of missing out. What if that notification on your phone is a friend asking for help? What if it's a check from the bank for $100,000? Or what if it's breaking news that an alien spaceship is coming down from the sky and is going to invade the Earth in 15 minutes? You see, it's the what if? It's that fear that you're missing out on something. And it's not just your phone or devices that distracts you by making you think you're missing out on something. Think back to your studio class. You've got your friends, your projects, the coffee breaks, the outside world. They are all distractions caused by FOMO. Even if you're working head down and earphones in, just the thought of these activities can steal away your attention. Mental procrastination. Because you think, what if? What if I was outside having a coffee with my friends? What if I could go look at my friend's project and get some ideas of my own? So we'll keep it simple. We now know that there are 2 reasons why we procrastinate. Number 1 is when we don't enjoy the work that we're doing. And number 2 is when we enjoy the work we're doing, but we get distracted by FOMO, or this fear of missing out on something. So, how can we put an end to procrastination? We just need to solve these 2 problems, not enjoying the work we're doing and getting distracted. And the solution for these problems are quite similar. Let's start with solving the problem of not enjoying the work we're doing. So sure, architects have procrastination running through their blood, but like any kind of infection that runs through your blood. There's a vaccine for it. Apart from, COVID-19. Somehow there's still no cure for that. Okay, so not every infection has a cure, but let's just get to the point. To rid the body of procrastination requires a vaccine or a cure. And the good thing is that cure is already in your blood as an architect. It comes naturally to architects and students just as procrastination does. You just need to unlock the vaccine so that you can get it running through your blood, so that it will overtake this infection of procrastination and completely rid your body of it. And that cure is visualization. I'm not talking about visualization in the sense that you're creating 3D renders and visualizations of buildings. I'm talking about using your imagination to conjure up a vision of an end result. It's similar to setting a goal for yourself, but it's more real in the sense that you're imagining the end result. You can vividly and clearly see what you want to have produced in the future. Use your creative thoughts that you have as an architect to create an idea of the future that motivates you. This should be short-term and long-term. For example, a short-term visualization might be something where you're visualizing your final project being something incredible and well done. You imagine yourself presenting it in front of your class with confidence because it's some great high quality work. An example of a long-term visualization might be where you visualize yourself working in an architectural firm as a senior designer, working with clients and designing cool buildings. So you've got the problem, which is procrastination, and now you've got the solution, which is visualization. Let's learn a little bit more about these. Procrastination and visualization are habits. The more you do one of them, the stronger it grows. So it's a matter of consciously making the right decision not to procrastinate so that your willpower can grow stronger. Something I came up with a few years ago was the +1 - 3 rule. This rule is the idea of when you do something, for example, going to the gym, you can imagine that your willpower score starts as 0. If you go to the gym, your willpower has a score of 1. So the next time where you're in that process where you're deciding if you want to go to the gym or not, it's that +1 more likely that you'll say yes because you've got that +1 willpower. So you go to the gym and that's great because you're getting stronger physically and you're getting all the benefits of going to the gym, but it's your willpower that's also getting stronger. In fact, it's getting +1 stronger because you said yes to going to the gym. Now you have a willpower of +1, so the next day is easier than the last. Let's say you go to the gym 5 days in a row. That's +5 willpower. Yeehaw! Good on you. But what happens on the 6th morning when you wake up and think, oh, I'm too sore to go to the gym, I'm not going to go today? Well, you're not getting the result of going to the gym, which is getting stronger and feeling healthier. And in fact, what's more important is that your willpower decreases. But in this case, your willpower score doesn't go down by 1, it goes down by 3. Hence why this is called the +1 - 3 rule. Because you made the decision not to go to the gym, your willpower decreases by 3. So it was +5 from going 5 days in a row, but because you said no to going to the gym on the 6th day, it is now +2. Your willpower is weaker for the next day. Sure, it's still positive, it's at +2, but what happens when you start to miss multiple days in a row at the gym? Your willpower will drop and drop and drop until you have no motivation left to go to the gym. In other words, it's compounding on top of each other. Like that. The +1 - 3 rule is a rule around habit building. It explains why it's so difficult to start off a new habit. Starting a habit with a score of 0. But when you do that task consistently over time, it becomes easier and easier and easier to do that task. When you miss a day, sure, it won't have a huge impact, but miss consecutive days and you'll really start to see that effect compound until you miss enough days that you start to drop off and that habit is broken completely. My point here is that to create a new habit in your life, it takes consistency. To create a change in your life takes consistency. Bringing this back to architecture school and procrastination, procrastinating and visualizing are habits. That's why it becomes so difficult to break that habit of procrastination. Since you've been building up this negative willpower every time you've said yes to procrastination. From all the times you decided to procrastinate, if you procrastinated 100 times, then you'd have a score of -300 willpower. But let's just say you get started on saying no to procrastinating the next time it comes up. After saying no once, then your willpower score will be -299. Wow. And so it will be a little bit easier to say no to procrastinating the next time you're in that situation again. So it's only -299 now, but over time that will become -200, -100, -20, slowly get down to 0, hopefully. And then it just gets easier and easier and easier to say no to procrastination. You just need to stay consciously persistent in making the right decision to say no. To assist you in saying no to procrastination, remember that you've got this secret cure. Visualizing. Visualize your future to keep it in the back of your mind. Have a vivid goal that can pull you and help you say no to procrastination. Because if you don't have a clear vision of the future, it's as if you've got all your architecture work in some metaphoric ball. You can kind of imagine it as being some boulder, some massive stone in a circle. If you don't have a vision of the future, it's like you're pushing that ball and you're trying to get it up some hill. That's a lot of hard work. But when you have a vision of the future, it's like that boulder is pulling you, and that's a lot easier than trying to push, being pulled. So through visualization, you would have solved both the problems of procrastination. Firstly being that you enjoy the work that you're doing because you've got that end goal in the back of your mind. It fires you up and it keeps you motivated and moving forward. Secondly, it makes it a whole lot easier to put your head down and work because you're not fearing on missing out on something else. You know exactly what you want because you can visualize it and you see it in the back of your mind. So nothing else has meaning. There's no more FOMO or there's no more fear of missing out because now you know what you want and all that's left to do is work for it. Thank you guys so much for listening. I'm fired up right now. If you have any comments about this topic, about procrastinating, visualizing, any of these ideas, please do leave them in the comments down below. Let's have a discussion. Let me know if you think I'm out of my mind with some of these ideas or if you can kind of see where I'm coming from and agree with me. Don't forget to like the video and please do subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you don't miss out on future content like this video here. You guys are the absolute best for watching it all the way through. Thank you so much. If you want to check out another one of my videos that I think you'll like, please do check out one of these videos to the side here. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.